Yo, you motherfuckers hear me? You see me? Yo, Lauren, what the fuck? I didn't even start yet. This is what happened. This is exactly what happened. I was preparing. I was like typing some last minute shit, making sure everything works. And then I hear my notification go off, which is like Gilgamesh's laugh. And I'm like, did somebody subscribe while I'm streaming? Like while I'm about to stream? And then I saw that you donated $100, bro. Like, what the fuck? Usually people wait till, you know, the streamer streams before they donate, but you're built different, you know? It's like a pre-order or something. Helena's the best, that's the point. I guess so, bro. She's kind of a motherly figure. But goddamn. Goddamn. And funny enough, I was gonna do this fun little I'm gonna show you since you're here. I didn't even do like the little intro card or anything. Yo, what's up, Sean? I was gonna do a tier list and she's on it, so we're gonna do this later. We're gonna do a mother tier list, but I'm gonna go ahead and get like the title stuff out the way. I'm like discombobulated. I didn't expect to get a donation, let alone that much. Like, goddamn, Lauren, you're killing it, bro. Let me stand on everybody else. Where's Brandon? I don't know where Brandon at. Brandon probably like with his wife and kids or something celebrating Mother's Day. I don't know, but god damn. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I was gonna stream right away, but you know, you donating me forced me to stream prematurely, so I'm gonna go wait till a little bit more people come. Hopefully, maybe. Today might be a busy day, but I didn't want to record a video. I just wanted to stream and just chill. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see this in the background, but somebody be playing Legend of Zelda in the background, so. You know, if you want to watch something else, you know, and squint your eyes, you know, pull out your telescope, you guys could look in the background. Yo, what's up, Archerblaze? Speaking of Legend of Zelda, I know you were a big fan of Breath of the Wild. I don't know if you played the previous games or like the older games, but I know you were a big stan of Breath of the Wild. And I saw I think on Instagram or Twitter, one of the two, that you got the new game as well, the Japanese cover too. I was like, oh shit. That's the first time I've seen the Japanese cover for that game, but yeah. Hopefully you're enjoying the game. Knowing you though, you probably already finished it. You probably 100% the game, bro. You 5-houred fucking Resident Evil, so I don't put it past you. You're probably already done with it. Okay, Lauren, I smell you. Oh shit. But yeah, so I'm gonna properly get started. I don't know if I want to roll first or bond 10 Tiamat, but yeah. Yeah, are you liking the game, Alex? Having fun? I never played a Legend of Zelda game in my life. Which is, I know, surprising. You guys might be like, oh, not even Breath of the Wild. I know, it was like one of the best games on the Switch. It still is, right? Never touched it. I just watched my girlfriend climb mountains for like 24 hours when she was playing that game. But she got the Tears of the Kingdom the other day. And I played a little bit of it. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret not playing Breath of the Wild because this shit pretty fun. Not even finished. Oh, okay, Alex, not even finished. I bet you're at the last battle though, huh? I don't know if it's like Breath of the Wild where you could just like straight up fight the final boss, because I know in Breath of the Wild you could kind of go at your own pace and then just like fight the final boss and kind of cheese it. I don't know if this like it's the same way with this game. Ugh. But I think we're like probably like 15 hours in. We've been playing it a bit, so yeah. Is Tiamat NP6 now? No, I just started, but I will be rolling for NP6 though. I beat Resident Evil 4 a 6th time, 3rd time on professional. All right, dude, my bad. Funny enough, me and my girlfriend started a second playthrough, kind of. We're not really that far in, and we're in professional mode, so so far so good. Doesn't seem that bad, but I know later on it's probably gonna push my shit in. First time I went hard on a Resident Evil game. Okay. Yo, what's up, Brandon? Yo, the homegirl Lauren just donated $100 and she was calling everyone out, and I was like, damn, no. I don't know, man. I don't want to see no war, but you know what I'm saying? But like, I appreciate you, Lauren. I really do. Last time you donated was, I'm pretty sure, my birthday. That was my birthday or New Year's, one of the two, or Christmas. It was. I literally streamed that entire week. Literally left a Christmas party early just to stream. yeah. No, Brandon's always here. You know, we always got the loyal, the loyal homies here. You know what I'm saying? The homie Brandon, Alex, You know, Lauren, you finally awake now, like you said. So you here. You know, we usually have the same crowd of people here. But yeah, I am gonna be going for a 6 copy of Tiamat for selfish reasons of just wanting to append all of her skills. She's already 120'd. She's pretty much Bond 10, but not not yet officially. I just gotta do like one more quest in the event, and then she'll be Bond 10. It's all good, Lauren. Listen, that's why I always post the streams as videos, just in case if people miss it, or like they wanted to watch it but they were at work or something, they could go back and just like watch me fail at the game. I listen in my car on the way to and from work. Oh shit, damn, you go hard, dog. God damn. See, that's funny because that puts a lot of pressure on me to be entertaining and be like charismatic and energetic, because and you know, sometimes I would be like quiet and I just wouldn't really talk either because I'm tired or like maybe frustrated about Lostbelt 7 or something. Damn, Bond 10 already? You already know, bro. You already know. Like a servant, I have been summoned here. Listen, Brandon, what class would you be? What class? If I was a servant class, after playing a little bit of Legend of Zelda and just like every other game I play, really, I think I would be an archer class. I suck at everything melee, but when it comes to like aiming and using bows and guns, you know, I'm your dude. I'm your dude. I'd probably be like a 3-star though. I'm not like that good, but like definitely way better than I am with like melee, using swords and clubs and hammers and shit. I'm good, bro. Absolutely. Can't wait to see NP6 though. Yeah, we're gonna get there. I think I'm gonna Bond 10er first. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll Bond 10her. I actually really like her Bond 10 craft essence. It's pretty freaking good. From what I was able to gather online, apparently if you have her in the front party and equipped with the Bond C, she increases everyone's NP gauge by 5% every turn, including the servants in the back, which is different than literally every other Bond craft essence we've seen so far. And there's been like differing opinions about it, about if that's actually what it does, but I'm about to get it and I'm about to test it out my damn self to see if that's exactly what it does. And by the way, I think Morgan's also, I'm about to Bond 11 her, so she's about to give me 30 quartz for this Tiamat, for the 6 Tiamat. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and Bond 10 her. I literally no-lifed bonding her in like Camelot, I believe, 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, before the event even came out. So it's not like I had like bonus bond or anything. I was literally just going off of like the normal bond you get from free quest. By the way, I hope the volume is okay. Let me know, guys, if the game is too loud or if I'm too loud. What's Serena's FGO like lately? NA, nothing really going on, I don't think, but like JP, I'm pretty sure she got Draco, Tiamat, past couple servants really. So she's doing all right. She tried for Proto Merlin, but unfortunately Proto Merlin was like, nah girl, I'm good. Last time I heard, she hated Karen. I don't think she hates Karen, but she doesn't like the fact that she came a million times to her when she didn't really want her like that. I think she's NP4, Karen's NP4 in her account. And this is a like pretty much a free to play account. She only whales with like the well, not really whale, but she only spends on like the paid banners. Otherwise she doesn't really whale like that, so the fact that she has Karen NP4 is kind of insane. I'm actually gonna, I think it should be good. I might not be able to 3-turn this, but whatever. I'm still gonna Bond 10 her by the end of this quest anyway. It's all good. Yeah, Brandon's more of a JP player. I didn't even know she had an NA account. Karen I am bringing to 120. Ooh, shit. Do you have her at least at a high NP level? Because you need a lot of serving coins. I still don't quite like the serving coin system. I do like that they're giving us alternative ways to get the serving coins for free servants. And I kind of wish they would do more with like just normal servants. Just the fact you gotta pull them is kind of annoying. I mean, it makes sense. But if there was like universal serving coins in like every event, you could buy like maybe 30 in the shop. And then as you keep playing events, you could exchange them for like any servant you want. That would be pretty sick, but they're probably never gonna do that. I finally read Tsukihime and Fate Hollow. Oh shit. See, I can't read Tsukihime because that bitch ain't translated and I ain't no Japanese, so you know, there's no fucking shot I'm reading that. And I'm not about to Google Translate every single line, because damn, that's a lot of work, but Someday, hopefully, they translate it because they translate Witch on the Holy Night or Mihoyo. So hopefully, Tsukihime is up next. Maybe they're gonna announce it for this coming Anime Expo because last year they showed off some Mihoyo stuff. I don't think they announced it officially at Anime Expo. I think it was a little bit beforehand, but they did show off the trailer. And I'm gonna be going to Anime Expo in like 2 months, a month and a half. So who knows? They might have some Animeplex might have something in store for us, which would be pretty sick, nasty flex. Currently at 108 with Habitron. God damn! Yo, you're really putting your faith in the gods because like that's friend points right there. And if you don't got any friend points, the only way to farm friend points is to pray to God that somebody's using your shit. And of course log in for that 2k every week. But so okay, so now Tiamat is officially Bond 10. Hell yeah, dude. That's hot. That's hot. So we get 20 servant coins, which is still not enough to append all of her skills. But she is Bond 10. And I believe... Ooh, okay. I'll take that, yeah. Yeah, we'll take that screenshot too. So, again, this is to me a really good Bond C. Hopefully it's as good as I'm thinking it will be. But I obviously gotta test it out in different teams and whatnot. But yeah, should be pretty good. Very simple craft distance art as well. Nothing too crazy. And then of course we Bond 11 Morgan, another mother. By the way, happy Mother's Day. I don't know if there's any mothers currently watching. I know one of my mods is a mom, so if you're watching, maybe as a video or if you're just quiet on the chat, what's up? Hopefully you have a good Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Playing some everyone playing by the way, again, my girlfriend is in the background. She be playing the new Legend of Zelda. So we're playing it together kind of, but she's more of the fan. I've never played a Legend of Zelda game in my life, so besides this one, which is a fun one to start off with because it's a sequel and it's like the 20th game in the entire series, but you know, it'd be like that. Double Bond 10 CE Tiamat is basically, yeah, if I could find a friend that has her Bond 10 at this point, I probably gotta wait a couple months. So I'm gonna go ahead and like flex the Bond CE already. I'm gonna be that guy and just give her the Bond craft essence in my support. Yeah, she has a black grill right now, but you know what? I'm gonna give her her own CE because we roll like that, you know what I'm saying? Where the hell? Okay, so it should be right here. There you go. So now everyone could see, everyone could witness the power. There we go. My only real impressive flex is my level 116 comma. She's stuck here because coins are hell. Yeah, no, fuck that. Is she at least NP5? And you probably appended her second skill. You could probably 120. Oh, you could definitely 120 her, but you gotta have to bond. What do you think so far of yo, Serena? What do you think of the game so far? Yeah, the game you're playing. What else game am I talking about? You feel me? She said she likes it. Why? Well, she likes it. There you go. We're only like 15 or 20 hours in. Not too far in. I don't think we're even close to finishing the game or scratching the surface, but we've been having a lot of fun with it. I usually just handle all the archery stuff when she needs to shoot certain things. Otherwise, she plays most of the game. I also do some of the puzzles, but again, this is her game. She paid for the game, so like I'm not trying to like step on her toes, you know what I'm saying? I love the building stuff. I don't think that was a thing in the previous game according to Serena. But I really like the whole building aspect of making like vehicles and like contraptions to like kind of cheese the game and cheat a little bit, but it's pretty fun. We get NP5. Did I miss Bond 10? You missed Bond 10? I already NP5'd her. I don't know if you realize this, but she's been NP5. But I'm trying for that NP6, you know what I'm saying? Sheesh. Alright, so let's go ahead and use those quartz that Morgan gave us. What's up, Oyong? I'm thinking of 120 Cool Lily, most wanted arcade servant. Oh, you can. I mean, they provide you with the servant coins necessary to do that, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and do one multi-shot. Hopefully, maybe Morgan's quartz is going to be enough to get us there, but we'll see. We'll see if we get lucky. Yeah, let me know if the audio sounds okay. We will see, though. Absolutely. Ew. This event's oh my god, are you serious? Who's this? Okay, that was, I swear to God, it that was a alter ego card, I would have freaked the fuck out. Damn. Random Lancer card though. Random Lancer card. So again, it is Mother's Day, so we will be doing a, let me show you guys real quick. We'll be doing a tier list of the best moms after I hopefully NP6 Tiamat. I don't know if I have everyone in the list, all the mothers, because there are probably a lot more, but I only picked the ones that are known in the fan base as being motherly, or like that's a huge part of their character. So somebody like Burnhild, who has a daughter in real life and in real life lore, and her daughter I believe is one of the new main characters in one of the new Fate spin-offs. But we haven't really seen Burnhild act like a mother, so I didn't put her on the tier list because she's not known for that. She's more known for being Sigurd's lover and being like a very powerful warrior. Like she doesn't really have any motherly, like, you know, character development. So is Emiya included? You gotta include Emiya. As much as I don't want to include Emiya, it's like a meme, bro, like that he's like motherly as fuck, so we have to include him, you know what I mean? Please spark. If that sparks, okay, I was about to say, if that sparked, I would have whipped my dick out. Would have made everybody here uncomfortable. Unless you secretly have a crush on me, in which case I am happily taken. I was gonna say happily married, but we're not quite there yet. But I'm happily taken, and I'm good, bro. You could just, you know, admire me from afar. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, dog? What's up? Emiya tier S. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. We could all vote on it. We could all discuss. I'm gonna try my best to be as unbiased as possible, because you guys know my history with Emiya isn't exactly the best. But we gotta be unbiased with this tier list. You know what I'm saying? It's Mother's Day. Absolutely. How many Emiyas are there in there? I only included Archer Red Emiya. I didn't really include like Muramasa or anything, because Muramasa is like a grandpa. Like grandpas aren't mothers, like they're fathers. So I did put Europa, who acts like grandma, and you know grandmothers are our mothers, so I did include her though. Okay, so we did get a random spook 4-star Lancer. That's cool, I guess. Okay, so maybe Tiamat wants some singles. Listen, Tiamat, I bond 10 you in about 3 weeks, and I'm deciding to roll for you again on Mother's Day, the day dedicated to individuals like you. So hopefully that will flatter you enough, and you will take that respectfully, right? And you will come to me for a 6th time. That will be sick nasty. Helena there? Helena is there. Both Helenas. I just felt the need to put like the swimsuit version, just in case people are like, oh, you didn't put the swimsuit version. But yeah. I see. Is the list mommy tier list or mom tier list? Well, let's just keep it normal mother, because if we do a mommy tier list, and I know the insinuation with that, the list would be a lot longer. So we're just gonna keep it like normal mothers. Or mom, I guess. Not really gonna touch the mommy rabbit hole. We could go there some other time. Maybe next year. Maybe next year's Mother's Day we'll tackle the mommies, but the dummy mommies. But right now we're just gonna do mothers. So Borka's there. I think Parvati is motherly, right? I remember her being very motherly in like the cutscenes and whatnot. Irie's there. Helena's there. Chacha's there, which I didn't realize she had like a motherly side to her, but apparently she does. So I did my research quite a bit. Yeah, that list would be long as fuck if we did like a mommy tier list. Trust me. I was like also debating on putting like Shisho or Skasaha in the list, because she's like a sensei, and some people might, you know, see sensei figures as like motherly figures, you know. But I decided not to limit the list as much as I can. And I didn't put her. I did put Scotty though, because Scotty throughout Lostbelt 2 and in her interlude, she still acts motherly towards everyone pretty much. So I gotta include her. Is Morgan there? Morgan is there. Morgan's there. I did my best. I think I got most characters that are considered mothers in here. Again, characters like Burnhild who are mothers in real life lore aren't included in the list, because I don't think there's enough material out there within the games or within the series, the Fate series, that I could use to kind of rate them, you know what I mean? So technically she's an adoptive mom for Ku, IRL lore. Yeah, but I feel like she doesn't really show much of that. She's more like a sensei mentor type character in Fate. I could put her in if you guys want, but we'll see. We'll see where she goes. We'll see. Okay, so far I used 2 multi-shots and 5 singles, and I've only gotten 1 gold servant. Unfortunately, it was a spook. We're looking for a 5-star alter ego in the form of Tiamat, not Sitanai, or I don't think there's any other alter ego, gold alter egos we could get. You could get a little bit spooked by Jufu, who's like a 3-star alter ego, but other than her, I'm pretty sure Sitanai is the only other alter ego we could get. Correct me if I'm wrong. And to be honest, if I see like a foreigner card or something, or pretender, I'm probably gonna freak out for like a quick second, because seeing any extra class servant cards will probably like I'll probably shit myself. Taiga? Taiga doesn't have a kid, and she's a teacher, so I don't really consider. I guess she kind of is, but I don't know. I wouldn't put her there. Murasaki kind of, but that's more motherly tendencies than anything. I mean, she's a librarian, so she's gonna act a certain way, but I wouldn't say motherly, you know. I don't know about that. Nice cap. Thank you, bro. Thank you. It's a hot topic beanie with some Fate stuff on it. that's what it is. All right, Tiamat, listen. I got you 120, bond 10 in record time. I've never bond 10 somebody in this short amount of a time. I think Musashi Berserker in NA, I think that was my fastest bond 10 before Tiamat. Or after Tiamat, I guess technically how you look at it. I think it took me like 2 months or almost 3 months for me to bond 10 her in NA. So to bond 10 Tiamat in like 3 weeks, that's definitely a record for me. I don't think I'm ever going to do this again. Maybe in NA when Tiamat comes out, but I don't think I'm ever going to do it ever again. So what's your goal for Morgan? If you're talking about like pulling her in NA, I probably like NP2, NP3, because she gets a lot of raid ups later on. She gets 1 additional raid up this year, and then I believe 2 raid ups next year. She has a total of 4 raid ups, so it's like you could kind of spread your roles for her if you want. To me, that would be the smarter play, just because there's so many good servants coming out this year. Oberon, Koinskaya, Melusin, the other Koinskaya, if you're interested in her, but she's like the New Year servant. So I think it would just be smart if you're like free to play. If you're really struggling with quartz and like money and whatnot, I would just stop at like 1, 2, maybe 3 copies if you can for Morgan when she first comes out, and then wait later to claim 1 or more copies ever so slowly. But she also has a raid up next year, and I forget which event it is, but she has like an event craft essence with her. So I think it would be smart to save a lot of your rolls for that event, just so you could also get some event craft essence for the event that she's in, and that will obviously help you with farming. So yeah, that's what I would do. The event made it easier for her and Draco to increase the bond. That's what I did for Tiamat and Draco. Yeah, no, this event, like this last quest, the 90 plus quest, gave like over 4,000 bond, I think. Like, it was crazy. So I was like, oh, okay, bonding is gonna be insanely easy. So I could have bond 10 Tiamat like last week or 2 weeks ago, but I decided to hold it off for Mother's Day. Draco, I think I've only bond 6'd her, and then I removed her from the team because I was trying to bond 10 other servants, or like bond 11 other servants like Morgan. But yeah, did Morgan come back during Britomart event? I want to say yeah. I know she has a craft essence in that event. Ooh, gold spin. Please be an alter ego, please. Please. Lancer again? What the hell Lancer are we getting? Medusa. Okay, Anna. Babylonia servant, okay. Alright. Is that a sign? Is that a sign? Is that a sign? Are we gonna get the last copy of Tiamat? Are we doing that? I'm skipping Morgan and Koyan for Oberon since he's a better support for more servants overall. Yeah, if you look at a wider spectrum, he's probably better than Koinskaya, but I don't know. I would probably go for both if you can, just because why not? Draco and Tiamat were the priority for me this time. No, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I have 300 quartz and 50 tickets for Morgan and Koyan. I'm gonna pray for Gotcha to give me at least one each. I think you're at a pretty good number, in my opinion. Plus, like, you gotta remember, Koyan Sky is a anniversary servant, and usually with anniversary they give like a fuck ton of quartz and tickets. So, just keep that in mind. And yeah, aiming for at least one copy of each is definitely a realistic goal. Especially with Koyan Sky, because Koyan Sky is like mainly support. You could use her to loop as well, and she is a pretty good AoE buster servant, right? But I think it's just better to prioritize her as a support and just stop at one copy, just because, yeah, she is good as an assassin against rider enemies, but if you prioritize somebody like Morgan or Melisyn or other AoE buster servants, you're probably gonna get more bang for your buck with them if you had them NP2 plus than you would Koyan Sky. That's my opinion though, but I think most people would probably agree with that. Unless you're like a huge Koyan Sky stan and you want NP5 and whatnot, then by all means you could go ahead and do that. Good morning, Mohammed. What's up? What's going on? So yeah. And I think the Lostbelt 6 should be coming out in NA in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? Or actually no, probably like mid next month or late next month, just because we should be getting the summer rerun first, right? For following JP, but we could be doing things differently around here, you know what I mean? So okay, so this is my, I want to say my third multi-roll. So far, not looking that good, gonna be real. We got in 2 4-star Lancers. Ironically, just 2 random gold Lancers decided to spook us. No 5-star spooks, thank God. I don't want to ever see a 5-star spook. Unless it's NQD, I'm gonna be honest, like, why not? I have like 3 extra NQDs, so at this point, just give me a fuck ton. Who do you think this year's anniversary servant's gonna be? So some people might say Olga because we got to use her, and in Lostbelt 7, so she has a sprite and whatnot. I would probably say they're probably gonna save Olga for like a bigger story reveal. Even though, yeah, we did use her and she is kind of gone. Not really. Not really gonna spoil too much on that, but I don't think they would reveal her Noble Phantasm or anything like prematurely before whatever big reveal is going to come out later regarding her. So I must say it's nobody's story related, kind of like last year. Last year was Arcuid, which was just not really random given the time and, you know, Tsukihime remake and whatnot. I want to say if they go to Naosuverse route again like they did last year, I want to say maybe Aoko from Mahoyo. That would be pretty good. I would roll for that, or roll for her. Otherwise, I don't really know. So I can't really think of anyone that they might bring. I know that since they finally released the Beast class, people might be speculating, oh, maybe Solomon/Goetia might be the next Beast we might get. I don't think that's gonna happen because, again, I think they would save those characters. By those characters, I mean like Solomon, Goetia, Olga, etc., for like a big story reveal rather than just anniversary. And with Ordeal Call coming out soon, I don't think they're gonna be playing around with those characters for a little bit, since there's other characters in Ordeal Call that they're probably gonna be tackling. Otherwise, yeah, I really don't know. I don't know if there's another Beast that they could release. Maybe Kamazot's from Lostbelt 7. I know a lot of people love his character and his development and his background. I just don't know if he's anniversary worthy, you know? I know a lot of people would be hyped. I just don't think he's like anniversary level. I think eventually he might come out, seeing how everybody, you know, really liked them in the story, and we're really clamoring for him to be like one of the banner servants. Gatekeeper guild, that would be sick. If we get another guild, that would be sick, but I definitely not for anniversary. That's probably not gonna happen. I'd like to see Proto guild for sure. Going down south to Osaka, Kyoto next week. Oh shit, hope you have fun. I feel like you're always doing something like fun, Archer Blaze. I kind of envy you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're always doing something, which, you know, that's good, bro. You're still young, you know. Gotta go out and do your thing. You know what I mean? Adult Jack would be cool for anniversary. No shot. Why would they make it? Maybe Jack from Strange Fake, but definitely not for Annie. The thing is, Strange Fake is coming out soon, right? It is coming out around the time anniversary is a thing. So they might even pick somebody from Strange Fake. They might throw a curveball. Maybe like Heracles Archer. A lot of people want him in the game. He's more like an Avenger if you read the story, but you know, most people view him as an archer, which more power to you. So it might be somebody from Strange Fake given the timing. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I just don't know who would be outside of Heracles. Maybe someone for Fate Strange. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they make a pseudo servant with what's her name? Who's the main master's name? Or maybe even Richard. Maybe they might even do Richard, but I feel like they might save Richard for like an actual Fate Strange Fake collaboration event, or you know, some kind of campaign to celebrate the release of the anime. I feel like anniversary is like too big of an event to like just put like a random character in there. You could argue Arcuid's kind of random, but she's been around the Nasuverse for a long time, so people are waiting for her. Kazura drop one. Oh dude, I mean there's like 2 or 3 more soccer faces from an assassin, really? What is this? Emiya! Oh my god. What the fuck? Yo, he's like, yo, today's Mother's Day. You better put Irie in S tier. I'm like, I might have to if you're threatening to kill me. But we'll see when we get there. Again, guys, after the rolls, I will be doing a tier list of all the mothers. Or not all the mothers, but the ones that are kind of iconic in the Fate community. I didn't include every single, you know, mother who had a daughter or son in real life lore. I just included the ones that are known for being mothers in the Fate series. So somebody like Burnhild's not on the list, even though she does have a daughter. Same thing with every other character that's not on the list. I might be missing somebody, so you guys gotta let me know. Neko Arc, as I said, I think Neko Arc. That'd be funny if they release Neko Arc, but I don't know if they'll do that, especially for anniversary. Maybe as like a free servant. Maybe like that's the first free 5-star they'll release Neko Arc. That'd be pretty funny. But I could see Neko Arc just being a craft essence. How far will you go for NP6? The entire way, dog. The entire way. I'm committed. Now I might regret my decision, I'm not gonna lie, if I use everything right now and get absolutely nothing, but listen, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, bro. I'm pretty sure I already used more than I did when I was trying for even NP3 a couple weeks ago, so I'm already doing pretty bad. What if I do a skip roll though? Maybe she just wants it to be done and over with. What about CL? I could see CL from I assume Tsukihime, right? I could see her being like a free servant, but I might be wrong. Can't believe I never got that craft essence before. That's cool. That Kide craft essence. Okay, so far a lot of gold CEs in this multi-shot. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock that since that's our first copy. Again, surprised I didn't get that, but I guess that's relatively new, and I haven't been rolling that much over the past couple months. And I gotta remember, even if I fail, you gotta put things into perspective. And I said this a lot over the past couple of months, over the past couple of streams, really. I NP5'd Kide and NP5 Tiamat this year. I think I'm pretty happy with the game right now. I don't really ask for too much at this point. So I might be being a bit too selfish right now, going for a 6th copy of Tiamat. But I really enjoy using her. I really like the simplicity of her skills, her bond craft essence. I do wish she would have like guts or something, because it just makes sense with her character and her lore being like unkillable and immortal. Like, why doesn't she have guts? But you know, that's like the only nitpick I have about her. Otherwise, design wise and everything else about her is pretty much as perfect as it could get it. Absolutely. Make Noel a servant, I dare you. Yeah, no, I could see a lot of the Tsukihime characters being like free servants, 4 stars. Jack is a mommy. I don't know if I'll put her on a tier list though. I don't know if I'll do that. Though. Jack has no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Wait, are you talking about Jack the Malay? Because she does got mommy milkers, but I don't know about the I don't know about the little Jack. The little Jack wants mommy milkers, right? She wants to suck on them shits, right? She's looking for a mother, but she herself ain't got none. She a bit too young, a bit too petite for that. A bit too premature. You smell me? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get a 6 copy, dog, but you know, I believe in myself. Hopefully you guys believe in me, because if not, then damn, it's kind of savage. Why is Tamamo on this craft essence, by the way? Because I get the other two. The other two are like motherly figures. Tamamo is kind of random. I know Tamo's like she's like a wife type of character, right? She'll cook for you and whatnot, but I don't know if I'd consider her a mommy though, or a mother. Are we a mommy since we have Jack? I guess so. Should we put ourselves in the tier list? He calls us mother. That's a good point. I think I consider myself a good parent to my servants, you know? I think I do. Some servants like Asalfo, like I'll neglect them, bro. Like they're gonna be put up for adoption. See, at least I'm not killing them, you know. If I don't like a kid, I'll put them up for adoption, but otherwise, yeah, I'd say most of the servants I'm pretty good with. I don't know, maybe you guys disagree. I think I'm good. I don't think I've ever burned like a first copy of a servant out of spite. I'm pretty sure all my servants I NP5 first before I started burning the shit out of some of them. Even if for the male MC, Jack still calls us. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So maybe we should be adding to the tier list. I consider myself like pretty good. I would say I'm pretty good. But who knows? Oh, that was a slight pause. Okay, guaranteed gold servant. Yeah, okay, there you go. There you freaking go. It took quite a bit, almost 300 quartz, but we got our 6 copies, so we are good. We are straight, guys. We are 100% done with this banner forever. Unless they release a new mechanic that requires more servant coins, then I'll be pretty pissed. Or increase the level cap, which that would piss me off just as much, if not even more so. Because getting to 120 is already hard enough. I don't want them to release a bigger level cap, you know what I mean? But there you go. So that's my 6th and final copy of Tiamat until NA, of course. And then we're good. So let's go ahead. I was literally about to NP6 her, like that's an actual thing, but that it's not a thing. So there's like nothing else to do in the game right now. So again, guys, if you guys want to stick around, and maybe you guys don't give a fuck about this, but I will be doing a beautiful mother tier list. We will be tiering every single mommy, or not every single mommy, but all the ones that are known for being mothers in the Fate series. We will be making a tier list to determine the best and the worst mothers from S tier to D tier. So the candidates are the ones below. If I forgot somebody, just let me know. But again, like I said earlier, I'm not going to include characters like Burnhild, who are mothers in real life lore, because within the Fate series, they don't really have development as a mother or show any motherly instincts or personality like that. Even though, yes, Burnhild's daughter is a character in one of the newest Fate spin-offs, but again, she has no development as a mother, so I feel like there's no point in, you know, putting her in this criteria, I guess. So if you want to stick around for this, then hell yeah, hit that like button. I'm gonna change the title and everything. Let's do a mommy tier list, yeah. So, and the gacha rolls will be uploaded as a separate video, and so will the tier list. That's what I'm gonna plan. Can you explain Scotty for the tier list? So if you've played Lostbelt 2, she acts very motherly towards both her people and the giants, because I believe she's half, is she half human? I don't know. She's half human or god and half giant, so she treats the giants as her kids as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So the thing with Wu is, I think, see, I was debating on putting Wu here because while she doesn't really have any development as a mother, she is Yang Guofei's grandmother, and in the Van Gogh event, I believe she treats Yang as like as her granddaughter. I don't know, but like I don't know if she should be here. I don't know. But if you guys say she should be here, then I'll be more than happy to put her here. I will say her swimsuit though does make her look like a mommy. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll go ahead and put her here. I just, you know, I don't know if I'm like gonna end up adding more and more based on like small criteria like that. If I could even find Wu at this point. There's like so many goddamn servants. Where is she? Okay, she's right here. So we'll go ahead and add her in. Again, let me know if I'm forgetting other servants. I was gonna put Dino Mommy here, but after looking into her character, she doesn't really like, it doesn't really make sense. People call her mommy because of her design, not really because of her personality. So I wasn't gonna add her just based on that. Like, that doesn't make sense. Emiya better be an S tier. Oh god. I mean, we're all gonna vote on this. I hope you realize this. We're voting on this. This isn't just my opinion. I mean, I might interject here and there, but yeah. So am I missing anybody else? You guys gotta let me know. Am I missing anybody else? Don't remember we were treating her like that. I only remember she acknowledges it. Yeah, she doesn't really act upon it. That's why I hesitated to put her on. But if you guys say so, then we out here. We out here. She show as an adopted mother to Fuku. See, I was debating that. Okay, so do you guys think I should put Skasaha here? I just think she fits more like if this was like a sensei or teacher tier list, then yeah, for sure. But I don't know if she necessarily counts. Oh, my sweet grandma. God damn, bro. Yo, maybe we need to make a grandma tier list. Where is Summer's Skasa? I need to put both versions because my OCD will drive me fucking insane if I don't. Adult Medea? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's like a huge part of her backstory why she's so messed up, right? I think she did have kids with Jason, right? And she ended up murdering everyone, I'm pretty sure. So she's definitely gonna not be in the highest tier, I'll tell you that much. I guess that makes sense. So we will put Adult Medea there. Oh, I totally forgot. I mean, she's a father technically. Saber is Mordred's mom, right? What Mordred calls her father. She's definitely in the bottom tier because she's neglectful as fuck. So that's a spoiler. Yeah, I know Medea murdered her son, so she's definitely in the bottom tier too. What the fuck is... Oh, Danzo! I totally fucking forgot. Wow. Yeah, she's like Kotaro Fuma's like mom, right? Totally forgot. That is my bad. That is my bad. I will take that L. Jeanne d'Arc. Jeanne d'Arc, correct me if I'm wrong, she's a virgin, and by definition, unless she adopted somebody or got dicked down by God, I don't think she counts. Yeah, Arturia is a... Okay, if we're gonna get into semantics, technically, King Arthur is a dude, and Mordred calls Arturia father. But at the same time, this is a Fate series, and Saber is a female. You know, I don't know. Should we put Saber here? I feel like we're gonna take a lot longer deciding who deserves to be on the tier list than the actual tiers themselves. But you know, anything to elongate this stream, I guess. Let's go ahead and put the Skasahas together. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Do we include Demeter? Demeter, I don't think she's on here. Yeah, she's not on here. Yeah, no. I think these are just actual playable servants and like the beasts. Carmilla Ryder. I don't think Carmilla has any kids. Again, these are actual characters that have like motherly personality traits or are actual mothers like within the Fate lore and they develop as such. Which I'm very surprised I did not put Danzo here, but it do be like that. Tomoe is a mommy, I'm pretty sure. I think she is. But her entire personality in Grand Order, let's be real, is her being like a female gamer, so she doesn't really have any motherly stuff going on. Atalanta. Oh man, that's difficult because her entire shtick throughout Apocrypha and a lot in Grand Order is her protecting kids and like stuff of that nature, but I don't know if she's a mother, right? She just protects kids. She doesn't raise them from the ground up. I guess with that said, is Artemis considered her adopted mom? Because I think Artemis found Atalanta as like a baby, right? and then raised her from the ground up. So technically Artemis should be on the tier list. Am I wrong? Yeah, Atalanta is more like a protective big sister. I wouldn't say a mother. I wouldn't say that. BB, but put her in F tier. Oliver. Oh, if we're really gonna be technical, BB did create the other Sakura faces in extra. Therefore, in a weird twisted way, she is kind of their mother. Are we really gonna bend the rules like that? Like, yo, I think I will put Artemis in the tier list though, because it does make sense lore wise. She did find Atalanta and then raised her as her own and trained her in the art of archery. So I would say that counts. I don't know if I'm wrong. You historian motherfuckers gotta let me know if I'm wrong. All right, so I'm still hung up on this. Do we include Saber or no? Arturia? Because she has a daughter technically. All right, I think that's as good as the list is gonna get. Ketz is more like a sister. Yeah, I don't know if I should include BB. I don't know if that's cheating. She didn't raise them. She just created them with like coding and shit. Yeah, and she didn't really like raise them. Yeah, no, Atalanta is weird because she kills Jack and then gets mad at everyone else that Jack died when she's the one that pulled the trigger. So Saber's daddy. Okay, isn't Saber dad? Okay. All right. We're not gonna put. I just don't know the criteria we're running with now. The Russian dragon lady. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I know who you're talking about. The one with the blue eyes, white dragon. See, I'll be honest. I don't know much about her character because I think she was released in the Tunguska event, and I didn't really read up on her. So I don't. So if she is like motherly, then you guys gotta like fill me in on the details because I don't know how to rate her because I don't really know anything about her character. Is she motherly? Can you guys see? Kichi Hogan kind of falls on the same thing as Tsukasa, and if we're gonna include Tsukasa, we might as well include Kichi Hogan, right? Because she did teach Ushiwakamaru. Again, I don't know if this is like bending the rules. Like, should I put senseis here? That's just kind of odd now. So there we go. Let's go put the assassins here together. Dobirna, is that how you pronounce her name? Oberon is Oberon's definitely not mommy. He's daddy, dog. Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Okay, again, if they had daughters or sons in real life, I'm not gonna put them in the tier list just because of that. The way that they're gonna be on the tier list is if they exhibit any motherly behaviors or character development, and they're known as a mother in the Fate series, as like a mother type figure. Otherwise, if they had like a son or daughter in real life, but within the Fate series they really don't show anything that would indicate that they're a mother, then I'm not gonna include that. I'm not gonna include them because like at that point, what am I rating them based upon? Like, there's no in-game cutscenes or interludes that show anything that like would indicate if they were a good or bad mother, especially in Cleopatra's case, because I think Cleopatra's just like Julius Caesar's like biggest fan, and that's just putting it lightly. I think that's like most of her character, right? Da Vinci, she raised us with Dr. Roman. I don't know if that counts. I don't think that counts. If Roman was here, I would feel inclined to add him just because he did raise Mashu, and yeah, why not? I guess if we're putting Emiya in the tier list, you know, we could put a couple of males in. Da Vinci, a mom figure to Mashu. I think Solomon's more like, or Dr. Roman's more like that. Should we put Solomon in the tier list? Should we do that? Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot more than I thought it would be. We're gonna be here for like an hour or 2 hours. All right, you know what? Let's just get started with tiering, and then if we need to add anybody in, we'll add them in. So starting off the tier list, we will be starting off with probably the more controversial of the servants on this tier list, because I think he's the only one who's a male in here. So I mean, it's 2023. You guys need to, you know, evolve with the times. You know what I mean? So Emiya is here as the first servant we're gonna tier. So where should we put him? S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, or D tier? So D tier is like someone call Child Protective Services, because those are reserved for the worst parents, the worst kind of people to have as a parent. So where should we have Emiya? Now you guys got to keep in mind, while Emiya is a dude, he could cook, he could clean, as you could see in, I think, episode 1 of UBW, he could clean. He might be a hard ass, but in the end of the day, he does the right thing, right? So he has, like, in my opinion, most of the qualities, if not all the qualities of a good mother. So he's at least A tier, right? He's at least A tier. I just don't know. Should we put him S tier? See, I don't know if I'm gonna get attacked later. How dare you put like a male in S tier mother? Listen, it's just a game, bro. But like, should he be S tier or A tier? A tier, reliable, but because he's a guy, he's not truly a mommy. That's a bold statement, Trickmeister. That's a bold statement. I think I do agree though. Maybe S tier is a bit much. Just because outside of cooking and cleaning and doing the right thing, he doesn't. It's not like he dotes anybody, you know. It's not like he spoils anyone or anything like that, like a mom would. Men can be moms. Get with the times. Well, you know, that's what I said earlier. You know, I think he could be S tier. I just need a stronger argument. I think A tier is solid. He's so good, he deserves S status. Okay, you know what? You got to remember in, I believe, Heaven's Field 2, when he rescued Emiya and Ilya, at some point, he throws Emiya at the floor really hard and, like, disrespected the fuck out of him. But he puts down Ilya very, you know, calmly and, like, carefully and cautiously. So he's really good with kids, or, like, at least, I mean, Ilya technically isn't a kid, but, you know, kid-like people, I guess, like petite people. Man, I don't know. Okay, we'll put him S tier for now, because most people are saying S tier. It's pretty high for. That's what I'm saying. It's a bit controversial, but see, but does that make him just a good brother? I think that, you know what, I'm going back and forth, but that just makes him a good brother. That doesn't really make him a good mother necessarily. Okay, so we'll keep him A tier for now. Let's just move on, because I'm going back and forth. He's definitely A or S. I don't think anyone's gonna argue that. A for Archer, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next in the tier is a 3-star servant. One of the few 3-star servants actually on this list. Boudica. So if you guys don't know Boudica's backstory, it's actually kind of fucked up. So I'm kind of hesitating to explain it. Just know that she has a bunch of daughters. I think 3 daughters. And she was at one point loyal, or at least allies, with the Roman Empire. And let's just say the Roman Empire kind of screwed her daughters over and her over. And then she went on a murderous avenging rampage to avenge her pride and her daughters and whatnot. Let's just say that. And as far as her in the Fate series, she's in a lot of cutscenes, she likes to cook for characters, and she's very motherly in that respect, and she's very, like, kind and, you know, gentle and whatnot. So she has, like, the, you know, the basic footprints of a good mother. So I feel like she's at least A tier, but I don't know if about S tier. He's more like a breadwinner, I see. Why are you hitting yourself? Okay, so I think Boudica. I think I want to say A tier. I think S tier is too high. She's a good mom, don't get me wrong, and it's good that she cares so much for her daughters to do what she did, but I think A tier is fine. I don't want to put her at B tier, because being okay, you know, after what she's been through and, you know, still having the mental capacity to fight back, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, vengeance is motherly shit. Yeah, you don't mess with a mother's kids, you know what I mean? Like, you could kind of mess with their significant other and get away with that, but as soon as you touch their kids in any capacity, it's game over. You know what I mean? She wants to be addressed as big sister to Boudica. Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Okay. So if she's more like a big sister to us, then I guess A tier is fine. And A tier is good tier. It's good tier. Medea. So Medea, after realizing she was used by Jason, she killed all of her kids and killed a bunch of people. So she clearly did not love her kids. So I think D tier is pretty obvious for me. I don't know if I wouldn't put her at naughty mommy, because naughty mommy is like, you know, you might be a little bit bad, but in the end of the day, you still care about your kids to some capacity. Whereas D tier is like, she does not give a fuck. So I think Medea makes sense with D tier, personally. Parvati. Well, you guys could argue, even though I'm moving on to Parvati already, but Parvati is very similar to Boudica. She cooks, she, you know, treats everyone like she's their mother, like especially like the Indian servants like Karna, Arjuna, Ashwatthama, especially Ashwatthama. So, and she disciplines him too. Because Ashwatthama is like a hard ass. He has like an attitude, but as soon as she enters the room, he squirms in fear. So that shows a lot of like motherly like power. D tier got comma killed. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that just out of spite. I know a lot of people are in comma side in terms of comma versus Parvati, but I think Parvati may I might even put her at S tier, because there's nothing that she's done in Fate as a mother, as a motherly type figure, that would make me not put her at S tier. I don't know. I feel like S tier is like reserved for like the best of the best though, so I don't know. All right, next one, Irie. I know technically that's the Holy Grail, not really Irie herself, but just for the purpose of this live stream, for this video, I will be considering her Irie from Fate Zero and the Fate series in general. So she clearly loves her daughter, so that's already better than D tier. But correct me if I'm wrong, she doesn't really do anything to get Elia out of the situation, the Holy Grail situation. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she does by participating in the Holy Grail War and then hopefully winning. Maybe she hopes to end the cycle and then Elia doesn't have to become the next Holy Grail. I don't know if that was one of her motivations. It's been a while since I've seen Zero. So I want to say okay at best. And if we go off of Irie from Fate Prisma Ilia, which has like a completely different story than the original Fate series, she's a good mom there. So granted, she doesn't really show up, so she's kind of neglectful. She's like away most of the time. Oh man, this is kind of hard. It's a little bit hard for Irie. She's okay at best. I don't know if she's a naughty mommy though. She's definitely not D tier though. A tier? I don't know about A tier. Because these ones are all great. Like you will be safe with these three up here. With Irie, I don't know if you'll be safe. I don't know about that. She's a cup. Yeah, she's a cup, but she a thick cup, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, she a thick cup. I wouldn't mind drinking out of that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Smell me? Sheesh. Alright, well, we're going to be moving on to caring for her husband too. Yeah, I mean, if we were making like a wife tier list, that would play more into it, but I don't know. I feel like we didn't see too much of her motherly side. Even though she's one of the more iconic moms in the Fate series, we just didn't see too much. B tier is too good for her. Or is good for her. Okay. So Helena is odd because at first glance she is a lolly, right? But she does act a lot older than she looks, if that makes sense. But she doesn't really... I don't know where to put Helena. To be honest, she's not bad. She's not D or C. But I feel like she hasn't done too much as a motherly figure. I just know she has a lot of motherly characteristics, and that's like a running meme. She's like a lolly mother, lolly baba or something. So maybe okay. Maybe she's in the same tier as Irie, where like, you know, she's alright, but I wouldn't say A tier. But you gotta keep into account, she's really deep into her like folklore and like her research, that I feel like having her as a mother would not be good. just because she might be playing with some Ouija shit, and you know you don't want to be in a household with somebody that plays like a Ouija board or something. So I don't know. So I think B tier is fine. Why tier list would be, that would be too much. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. So for now we're gonna do the mother. Tends to stop the AC/DC duo, but even she fails sometimes. Yeah, I guess that's true. A lot of her motherly instincts comes out when she's dealing with Edison and what the fuck is his name, Tesla. But yeah, I mean, I think she's okay. I think that's fine. She is more like a grandma, but I mean, by definition, if we really got to be technical here, grandmas are grandmothers and therefore mothers, you know. So like I was like a bit hesitant of putting grandmothers here, but I mean they're still mothers, they're still moms. So Danzo. So Danzo, if you guys are not aware, is a katakuri, I think that's how you pronounce it, or like basically like a robot, a Japanese robot from like back in the day. And she helped raise, I believe, Kotaro Fuma. Helped train them in the art of ninjutsu and shit, on some Naruto shit, right? And so a lot of her motherly side we could only base on her interactions on Kotaro Fuma and how Kotaro is as a character. And looking at Kotaro, or Fuma, he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. He seems to be a good guy. He clearly loves Danzo. If you've played through I think it was Epic Around. Yeah, Epic Around 3. So he respects her. So I would say again, there's not too much to go out of, but just based on her adopted kid, she is a good mom, right? Yeah, so she is good. I think later we're gonna have to play around with the A and S tier, because so far we have nobody in S tier. I just don't know. She was conflicted in. See, but the thing is, in Shimosa, she didn't have her memories, but so we could only go off of Fuma's reactions to her. I think she didn't have her memories. She either didn't have her memories or she was being manipulated, so her memories was a bit janky. I'm also playing Ghost of Tsushima. Yo, god damn, bro, like you just be gaming up the ass right now. Hey, but I can see S tier arguments. She stepped up S tier. S tier? Is she S tier? Is she the first S tier? I don't know. You guys gotta remind me of like the cutscene where she stepped up, because I truly do not remember. It's been a while. Probably should have done more research than what I did prior. I could put her at S tier if most people agree with that, but I don't know if you guys are just like Danzo fanboys or something. Because we gotta be somewhat unbiased, you know. Me putting Emmy at A tier, that took a lot out of me. So we gotta be a little bit unbiased here. So if she stepped up in Shimosa and I just don't remember, I think she was in another event too. I just don't remember which one that was. She is. Oh, that's true. She was one of our servants in Lostbelt 5.5. That's true. That's true. I didn't realize that. All right. I think S tier makes sense, but I could see her being ARS. I just think S tier is too good. I don't know. Are you playing like a ninja archer blades? No, I smell you. I love, like, if games give you an option of stealth. Usually I like that. I mean, something like Resident Evil, not really. But like most games, I would go to stealth option. Like Skyrim, I would stealth all the way. All the way with stealth. I've read Kotaro feeling NTR by Danzo Mommy. Oh, okay, well, you know, that's... If we're gonna do like NTR tier list, maybe we'll do that one day. Maybe incest tier list, but not now. A tier, she saved Kotaro and sacrificed herself to save him, even when... That's true. That's true. That's true. If you're able to fight some kind of mind control, that means your mental fortitude, even as a robot, your mental fortitude is really strong. So I guess S tier makes sense. Okay, next one's more controversial. Probably a lot more than any of the characters so far. And that's Wu. So... She doesn't really act like a mom at all, which is why I didn't really put her here originally. But she is Yang Guofei's grandma, her like adopted grandma or something. So like, I don't even know if she even needs to be in this tier list. If this was like a mommy tier list, not even a mother tier list, this was a mommy tier list, yeah, she would be S tier because that summer body, bro, like, come on, that's just screaming mommy right there. But character wise, personality wise, and like lore wise, maybe she's like the first naughty mommy because she's a little bit on the naughtier side. Otherwise, she doesn't really have any like motherly like quips or anything, right? I don't know. I think C tier makes sense. Again, there's not too much to go off of, so we can only go off of other stuff. I think she a bit on the naughtier side. She's not D tier because it's not like she's endangering her entire family. So C tier at least. I meant Dojin, by the way. Oh, I knew what you meant, bro. I knew what you meant. As soon as you said NTR, bro, Dojin. A tier, imaginary scramble puts Yang in her place when Yang goes a bit evil. Yeah, see, I remember that. I just don't know if that's enough. Because, okay, you're saying she should be A tier. Along with other characters who knows how to cook, knows how to clean. Like, dotes on other characters. Disciplines them just like Wu, but I don't know. I don't know if she should be A tier. Because that's just based on one cutscene. Is a definite naughty mom. So, okay, I might meet you halfway with B tier, but I think C tier just makes the most sense. I think that just makes the most sense. The next one is Kichi Hogan, though, which again, or who again is the mentor of Ushi Wakamaru. And she volunteers to be our master or our teacher as well. But then she also insinuates she wants to fuck us. So I don't know. That sounds a little bit naughty to me. But I mean, if we just disregard that, which I mean that's kind of part of her character, so maybe we can't even disregard that. She might just be B. She might just be B because I mean, I don't know. She's just more like a mentor. I wouldn't say anything else. I can see B argument though because beyond that, that's really it. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know about Wu with that in that case. I wish the homie Cha-Cha was in the chat right now because we're about to move on to one of his favorite servants, Cha-Cha herself. So I know he's like the local Cha-Cha expert because I didn't know this until recently. I didn't know she has motherly like a backstory, like a motherly backstory and motherly like personality traits. But I did read up on her a little bit. Apparently she is protective of her family, I guess you could say, or those she considers her children. So that sounds pretty good. So she's okay at best. I don't know if anybody else knows more about her beyond that point. Wait, where's Tomoe? She was mom. So here's the thing. I didn't include every single servant that lore-wise is a mom. For example, I didn't include Bernhild. Bernhild has a daughter with Sigurd. And I believe that daughter is one of the main characters in another Fate spinoff. The only reason I didn't include her is because there's like really no content within the Fate series to go by to rate them as a good mom or a bad mom or whatever. So that's why I didn't include because there's probably a lot of servants here who have, you know, daughters and sons and whatnot. But if they didn't really show any motherly instincts or backstory within the Fate series, within Grand Order or some other spin-off, then I neglect to put them just because there's really not a lot to go off of. C tier, basically Ushi Sensei, but still failed to wrangle her in kind of similar to Wu, but there's more compared to Wu. See, you're talking about Kichi Hogan. See, I don't know. I could go for either one, I guess. They're not horrible. She's not horrible. But I don't know. I just don't know where to put Cha-Cha. So that's like where I'm stuck with right now. Because I don't know what did she. I didn't really read a lot of the cutscenes in her event. So I really don't know much about her personality. She's just very loud and energetic and silly. So beyond that, I don't know like any of the deeper stuff about her character. So I think I'll just put it at B because there's like no reason for me not to put her any higher or any lower. Okay, I really don't know anything about this character, so you guys got to help me out with whatever her name is. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Chacha's B, I think. Okay, well, at least I got somebody to confirm that. So this next servant, I think her name is like Dobirna or something. Dabi, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Where did I put the Blue Eyes White Dragon? Because I don't know anything about her character or her backstory. This mother tier list is only including in Fate series lore, not actual lore. So some characters, while being mothers, don't have. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the mindset behind this tier list. Just characters within the Fate lore that have some kind of motherly backstory or whatnot. It's included here. Koenskaya's mom. Well, Koenskaya is kind of evil and whatnot, so that sounds like a bad mom, but I don't know. I only play NA, so I don't know about her. Yeah, I really don't know where to put her. I don't know anything about her. That's why she wasn't here, because I didn't even realize she had like a motherly thing going on. Okay, so Artemis isn't technically a mom, but correct me if I'm wrong, Fate fanatics and like Greek enthusiasts, but Atalanta, I don't remember if she was abandoned as a baby or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure Artemis found Atalanta when Atalanta was like a baby or at least a young child, and she basically took Atalanta under her wing and then raised her from the ground up and taught her archery and whatnot. So like actual biological moms, yeah, like they have a good chance of being on this tier list, but even adopted moms too should definitely be on this tier list. They're just as much as a mother as any other like mom out there. So Ichikata's a mother, it says so in his grave. He's a bitch, that's what he is. That's what it says in his grave, and I put him there. So I think Artemis is based on what I said. I mean, it takes a lot for anybody to find a random ass kid and decide, listen, I'm gonna raise you because I think that's the right thing to do. And while Atalanta's she's kind of disturbed in the head, you know, she has this overprotective nature when it comes to kids. For the most part, she's good though. So I think Artemis did a good job. I think. He's got a bitch, yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy. I think Artemis is a good mom just based on Atalanta's upbringing. I think that just makes sense. Ooh, okay, we're back. We're on our last tier here. I feel like I need to move the Raikos here because they're gonna be fun to tier. They're gonna be fun to tier for sure. So moving on to Skasaha Shisho, Skathik, who just like Kichi Hogan's more like a mentor, but I think she does a better job than Kichi Hogan in regards to Ku. I know Ku fears her, and to a certain extent you gotta fear your parents to a certain extent. So it makes sense that Ku would fear her, but she also raised him and then taught him how to be one of the best spearmen in the world, one of the best lancers in the world, really. Dude doesn't like Hijikata or Salfo, so either one triggers him. I think it's Salfo more so than Hijikata at this point, but yeah. So I don't know. I think she's either A or B. I wouldn't put her at S tier because I might be pushing it. I think A tier might make sense because she's kind of similar to Artemis in that regard, that she took somebody under their wing. But granted, Ku was a bit older and sought out her teaching, whereas Artemis literally found Atalanta as a baby. So maybe not A tier. Maybe B. Maybe just B is fine. Higher than Kichi Hogan, who apparently did a bad job with Uchi Wagamaru, so I'm just gonna take that word for it. And keeping him in check regardless. I guess that's true. Oh man, I don't know. A or B, I guess I don't really have a problem with either A or B. So Map F tier sends her kids off to war to die every day. If that's like real life lore, yeah, she would definitely be D tier. But if we're just going off of Fate, in Fate she doesn't really show any like motherly stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe in her profile it talks about that, but I don't have her, so. Yeah, instead of being like a loving mother, she's more strict. I don't see her like spoiling Ku at all. So you know what? I think with that said, yeah, probably B tier probably makes the most sense, because to be a mom, or a parent in general, yeah, you have to be strict, right? To an extent, but you also have to have a loving side, and I feel like she has shown no loving side. It's just mostly, if not wholly, strict sensei vibes. And yeah, her kids did have a successful future ahead of them for the most part. I mean, to an extent. But again, like to be a mom, in my opinion, you need to be loving too. So I mean, I don't doubt she loves her students, right? But she doesn't really show that the way a mom would. So I don't know. That's where I would put her now. I think B tier makes sense. All right, so next one is Scotty, who is a, you know, Skasaha face, but it's just, or using her body, but otherwise pretty different character. So this is Lostbelt 2 spoilers, or kind of, not really. It's more like a backstory. So I'm a butcher the backstory a lot, so bear with me. But essentially, the Nordic gods, and she's one of the Nordic gods. She's one of them, right? All of them fought a great war against Surtur. All of them pretty much sacrificed themselves and got bodied. And the only one left was Scotty herself. So it was up to her to sort of raise the rest of humanity and like care for them and protect them. But at the same time, also protect and care for the giants, who she's also half giant. I don't know if people realize that she's also half giant. So she cares about them just as much, or to a certain extent, almost as much as humans. So what she does in Lostbelt 2 is kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. She kind of just turns humans into like a farm for the giants to eat. But in her own weird way, she does love everyone, every human, including us, as if she's their mother. I mean, her Kalia self, like if we just go off of the one we summon and her character from then on going forward, she would probably be easily S tier. But I think there's something to be said about feeding. Like imagine this. Okay, let me put this into perspective for those of you guys who have siblings. Let's say you had a brother or a sister, doesn't matter, and your brother was hungry. Let's say he was your bigger brother. Your brother was hungry. In order to feed your brother, your older brother, your mom decides to feed you to him. That's kind of what she does. So I don't want to put her at S tier because that's kind of fucked up. Granted, she gave everyone a happy life, like a very ignorant life, but very happy life. So, like, it's like Attack on Titan, but fucked. Well, I mean, Attack on Titan is fucked, but like in another way, in another fucked up way, it's like Attack on Titan. The giants are your abusive older brother that won't move out of the house, and yeah, and they want to eat you. So, and she lets them eat you when you come of age, unless you have like a kid, then you could wait a bit longer. So I think just again based on her Kalia self, I think she's completely fine. But if we look at her Lostbelt 2 self, which is where most of her motherly, backstory is, she should not be S tier by any stretch of the imagination. So that's just me though. All right, next one is Europa. Europa, who's a grandma, but again, grandmothers are mothers, so we gotta put them here. Gotta show some respect for the grandmothers too. Tell your grandmother Happy Mother's Day too. I don't think everyone does that. I think they just pay attention to their direct mother, but grandmothers are mothers too, bro. So Europa is at least in A tier. I hesitate on S tier because if we're talking about the Lostbelts again, in Lostbelt 5 again, kind of spoilers. She lets Zeus, her husband, or I guess technically everyone's dad or granddad or whatever, she kind of lets him for the most part do what he wants, and he's not exactly the best parent, to put it lightly, not exactly the best god. And while she does conspire against him on the side, and then by the end of the story she is completely against him, she still enables him and allows a lot of the shit to happen. So that's why I don't want to put her at S tier, because I think if she rebelled right away and then keep everything on the down low, I guess, I mean, it makes sense. Like, she probably knew she didn't have a chance against Zeus, so she just wanted to put things under the rug, under the table. But I don't know. I think A tier makes sense. S tier could possible. It's possible. But I think A tier is fine. She's definitely not just an okay mom. She, especially by the end of it, when she's with what's her name? Adele and her brother. I forgot her brother's name. But she like comforts them when they're essentially about to cease to exist. So I think she's a good mom for the most part. She's like almost S tier, but because she allows Zeus to do her thing, it's kind of, I wouldn't put her at S tier. Yeah, if she did rebel immediately, that's true, she would have died. So Morgan. So Morgan is kind of controversial because she is a dictator, tyrant, and a lot of ways evil. But let's just look at her motherly side. We're not basing all these characters off on like every other character trait and every other story that they have. If we're just looking at them as mothers. So Morgan, Lostbelt 6 spoilers, by the way, kind of. I didn't read too much into it, but to my understanding, Fairy Knight Tristan, here, right here, her backstory is pretty fucked up. I believe she had a very bad upbringing, and she was basically at death's door, and she didn't really want to live or anything. And then Morgan took her under her wing and basically turned her life around, adopted Fairy Knight Tristan and made her, like, she's still sadistic. Fairy Knight Tristan's sadistic as fuck, but she's at least in a better state of mind and a better state of everything, really, physically, mentally, everything, arguably, than she was prior to being raised by Morgan. So if we just look at that and look at the positives of that, Morgan's at least okay. She might even be A tier. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, so I gave a little bit, but there's a reason why a bunch of servants call her mother, or an entire kingdom almost. So I can't believe Dante's S tier. I'm like looking at all the other characters. I'm like, god damn, bro. Like, okay. But I hesitate to put her S tier because it's not like Fairy Knight Tristan got raised to be like a righteous, good person. She's still evil. So Morgan essentially took somebody who was like down bad, made them happier, but also enabled their bad behaviors, you know? So their sadistic behaviors. Arguably that might be worse depending on how you look at it, but I think in this context, it's probably it's probably better. Yeah, so if you guys are NA only, spoiler alert, but you know, it's not that big of a plot point anyway. I think A tier is fine. S tier is definitely pushing it. All right, now we're at the final two essentially. I know there's 4 because I include the beast form of Tiamat and the summer version of Raiko, but we will put, actually Tiamat might be different, but we will put both of the Raikos on the same place. Even though Summer Raiko acts completely different. She doesn't react like a mom. She acts like a hall monitor or student council president or some shit. But even though like some of the cutscenes is kind of misconstrued and like a lot of the fan base sees her in a very sexual way, if you just look at Kintoki, who's like her main kid, her main like adopted kid, right? Kintoki is considered by many to be one of the most righteous and like the best bro, essentially. Everyone calls him best bro. Or at least he's like one of them. If you're gonna be talking about one of the best or one of the nice guy servants, you gotta be talking about him for sure. He's one of the nicer servants in the entire series, arguably, and he was raised by her. And then based on the cutscenes and their interactions with each other, Kintoki does fear her and it is trying to get away from her. But in the end of the day, I think they do have a mutual respect and love for each other. So, you could say she's obsessive and like a little bit too overprotective. You could argue that. But I mean, it makes sense, you know. If Kintoki, for example, she doesn't want Kintoki to be with Shuten because Shuten's an Oni, a demon. So, I mean, is that really a bad thing? I love Shuten, but like, you know, gotta call it spade for spade. You know, she's not exactly the best influence. And she does act motherly towards us, I believe, and other characters like Watanabe no Suna, who's part of the Heavenly Kings as well. So even look at Watanabe no Suna, who wasn't raised by Raiko like Kintoki was. He's still a righteous person, still a nice person for the most part. So I think Raiko deserves S tier. I will put the summer version with her, even though she is completely different in terms of like personality. But just for simplicity's sake, I will put the same iterations of the character together, or different iterations of the same character together. So I think she deserves S tier for sure. It's easy. It's easy. So the last one is the original mother herself, the one that we NP6 earlier in this video, or earlier in this live stream, depending on when you're watching this. And that is Tiamat. So we have, so this is gonna be different from every other character so far, because this is her beast form and our alter ego form. And while I did put the swimsuit versions and other versions together of the same character in the same tier, I think I will put these two in different tiers, just because they are different. They are very, very different. And technically, if you know the lore behind Larva Tiamat, she's technically a different individual from the Tiamat we fought. So I'm not gonna say too much, just in case you guys don't want to get spoiled too much. I think, okay, put things into perspective with Beast Tiamat. So originally, she was everyone's mother, like everyone back in the day, and she loved us. She loved us so much, in fact, that when the gods rebelled against Abzu, who's like her husband, the other god that created everyone else, right? She let them. She allowed them. She supported them. This is Fate lore, by the way. I believe in real life lore, that's not the case. But in Fate lore, Tiamat was cool with everybody rebelling against Abzu. She was like, okay, yeah, you guys are grown up. Let's do this. So you guys deserve your independence from him or whatever. I don't know. So she was cool with that. And I think it's pretty cool for the most part, not all the time, when mothers are able to detach themselves from their significant other if it means the betterment of their kids. So I think so far she sounds S tier, or at least A tier. However, the problem becomes later on the road when everyone rebelled against her, and then she comes back in Babylonia, and by the time in Babylonia, she's creating new kids essentially to replace the rest of humanity. So it would be like if your mother, think about your real life mother, your real life parents. If your parents were not happy with you and they were like, you know what? We will make a new kid and we will replace you. And we don't care if you die or anything, because we're going to put all our effort into making sure this new kid is the main priority. Our main kid, our only kid. So I think Beast Tiamat is probably D tier. I think easily D tier, because that's fucked up. You don't do that. You don't do that to your kids. So I know that's probably controversial. Some people said S tier easily. However, Larva Tiamat is technically different. So I will break the rules a little bit for mommy right now. And she has all the good qualities of Tiamat without any of the bad qualities, in my opinion. At least I don't think so. I think she's still a bit salty about what happened to Babylonia, but she's not acting upon those like feelings. She treats everyone, including King Hassan. You gotta think about this. King Hassan fucked her over in Babylonia. He was pivotal. He's one of the pivotal servants that allowed Tiamat to be defeated in Babylonia. And she doesn't reprimand him. She doesn't get angry with him. She doesn't hate him. She gives him a lunchbox. If you have both servants, that's her line with him in my room. She's like, I'm still scared of you, but here I'm still gonna give you your lunchbox. So she loves even King Hassan, who again fucked her over. So I think it makes sense for this iteration of Tiamat, the new incarnation, so to speak, of Tiamat to be S tier, because again she has all the good qualities of the original Tiamat, but without the bad stuff. So I think that makes sense. In fact, I'm gonna put her in the front because you know she's the OG. She's the OG mother. I think Raiko deserves to be a bit higher. Let's go ahead and reorganize this. I think Danzo's fine at S tier, but still kind of weird to see her there. But I guess it makes sense. I think Gasa kind of deserves C just because she suggested everyone reproduce with the master, whether they were male or female, because she can use runes in the first summer event. Did she? That's a little bit naughty. But I mean, summer events and events like summer events, I would probably take it with a grain of salt. You know, they're not meant to be taken seriously, you know? Yeah, so I think I will keep her at B because I don't know if she's as naughty as these three here. Plus again, she I don't know. I think she's fine. So, am I missing anybody else? I think this is the tier list. Does anybody have any qualms with any characters so far, or at all? Because it's kind of the end of the tier list. I don't know if I should add anyone in, because I was kind of gunning for Saber being on the tier list because she's technically Mordred's mom, but also her dad. It's weird. In which case she would be like probably like a C tier, maybe even D tier, because she neglected Mordred. So that's pretty fucking bad. Otherwise, not really. I don't think there's any other characters that should be on the tier list. At least I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. I think everything makes sense. So again, does anybody have any issues? This is a time to type it out and argue. Hit that like button if you agree. If you don't agree, then I'm sorry. I think this is good tier list. I mean, Tiamat S tier, everyone kind of expected that from me, but I think Beast form Tiamat, I don't think anyone expected that shit. Raiko makes sense. He's like probably the most iconic mom in the Fate series. Danzo, I'm still a little bit iffy about, but thinking about it more and more, I guess it does make sense, given Shimosa and 5.5, Lostbelt 5.5. A tier is pretty solid. FGOMC is A tier. Jalter is not a mother. I don't think she is. Wait, let me think about this. No, she's not. Well, no, she acts like a big sister kind of, or a younger sister to normal John d'Arc, and then both John d'Arcs are older sisters to the Lily version. But I don't think there's any motherly thing going on there. So I think A tier makes sense. Emiya, I mean, it's kind of weird he's a male, but it's a meme. It's a meme. Boudica definitely should be at least A tier. Parvati, Artemis, Scotty would have been S tier easily if it wasn't for what she did to humanity in Lostbelt 2. Same thing with Europa in Lostbelt 6. If she was a bit more proactive and a bit more, I guess, rebellious towards this, then yeah, she would be probably S tier. Morgan, yeah, A tier for. I mean, you could argue. Again, if we're just looking at her taking somebody who was down bad and then making them a better person, arguably, I think A tier makes sense. Everything else about Morgan's probably bad, like being a tyrant and whatnot. That's pretty bad. But we're just looking at the motherly stuff. Irie is okay. Helena, not too much to go off of besides how she interacts with Edison and Tesla. Cha-Cha, again, not much to go off of. Dobirna, I really don't know anything about her. Skasa is more of a mentor, but looking at her track record with Ku and whatnot, I'd say she raised some pretty good warriors, pretty good people. Wu, not much to go off of, but she is Yang Guofei's grandma. Kichi Hogan, I don't know. B or C, I don't really know. I don't really know what to do with her. Again, I didn't want to put any of the senseis here, but I guess it does make sense to an extent. Medea killed all of her kids. She's twisted. And then Tiamat wanted to kill all of her kids and then replace them with new kids. So, arguably more fucked up than Medea, but yeah. So, I think this makes sense. I would put the MC here, the main character, but they are not here. To my knowledge. I think this makes sense. I'm glad Tiamat's in this here. I mean, it was my choice in the end of the day, but I don't think anyone's gonna argue against that. And again, guys, this will be posted as a separate video. I did already roll for a 6 copy of Tiamat, so she is NP 5 and bond 10. I almost forgot about that. I bond tender like an hour or so ago for Mother's Day because that's the right thing to do. So there you go. I actually like keeping her in this Ascension art. Like final art's good, but if you watch my latest video, then I kind of just like this, to be honest. Fuma's interlude has the story of Danzo becoming his mom. Oh, well, I definitely need to read up on that. So, I mean, I believe that she's S tier. I just needed a bit more of convincing for sure. But yeah, so I think this is good. Everyone agrees. Gil S tier. I mean, Gil's above everyone for sure. For Father's Day, I don't know if we should we make a Father's Day tier or a father tier list for Father's Day. I feel like there's not too many. I mean, Saber for sure. Since we put senseis here, we might as well put what's his name, Chiron here, or in the father tier. Otherwise, I don't know many other fathers in Fate that I could think of at the moment. Again, even if they were fathers in real life, I'm going off of how they act in the game, and if they show any fatherly or motherly in this case traits. But yeah, William Tell, that's true. Yeah, William Tell does make sense. That does make sense. And off of Lostbelt 4, it would probably be A, maybe even S tier, because of how he reacts to realizing what he's forgotten or who he's forgotten. Are you my daddy? I could be. We gotta probably take a DNA test or something. I mean, I don't know. I never got around with any other like woman, so I probably impossible unless somebody extracted my semen in my sleep and then injected somebody else with it. But anyway, yeah. So we're probably gonna do like a Father's Day tier list as well. And maybe we'll include Kide in there because he's technically a priest of father. So Marie Antoinette. Was she a mom? I think she was a mom in real life, but she doesn't really act motherly in the game. I could be wrong. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I'm sweating right now. It's kind of hot in my room because I have the PC on and I'm wearing everything right now. And my girlfriend do be playing Breath of the Wild. Not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda. She's been playing it this entire fucking time. But yeah, big chillin' now. The next stream, I don't know when that is, but for sure when Lostbelt 6 comes out in NA, I'm gonna be streaming that like I usually do. We'll be rolling for Morgan as well. Wish you guys good luck when Morgan comes out. Speaking of mothers, and yeah, sick nasty. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. This will be uploaded as a video. I think I will separate both the gacha and the tier list as separate videos. But otherwise, the whole stream will also be uploaded as a video as well. So keep an eye out for that, I guess. It do be like that. Well, time for me to continue to play. Yeah, everyone be playing Legends of Zelda. I'm about to play it too. Then fuck it. I'll see you guys in the next one. In the next one. Ooh, the comments aren't even here. Wait. Ooh, oh, there you go. Yeah, happy Mother's Day again to every mom. I don't think there's any mothers watching right now. And by the way, Lauren, I don't know if you're still watching. It's been a while since I've seen your comment. But thank you for the donation. I did not expect that, but thank you. And yeah, I'll see you guys when Lostbelt 6 comes out. I think that'll be the next thing I'll stream. Or maybe Ordeal Call. Depends on which one comes first. But yeah, bye. See ya. See ya later. Thank you for coming. Hit that like button. Subscribe.